Another useful command, which in fact we have already used, is is. It allows you to view files and directories in the current directory, or the directory specified as the parameter. This command has two specific options. is-l allows you to view the files with details. is-a displays all files, including hidden files, which by default are not displayed. Let's have a look at an example. When you're in the home directory, executing is will list all files. Virtually every current user-friendly distribution, Fedora, OpenSUSE, CentOS, displays file names in colors, depending on whether it's a catalog, usually dark blue, an executable, usually green, a file shortcut, light blue, archives, red, while regular files are plainly white. The command is-a displays everything included in hidden files and directories. This is quite a useful shortcut, because hidden directories usually contain system configuration files, which are not used in everyday work. In order not to make the view messy, either in the graphical interface or in the text interface, these are not displayed. If, for any reason, you would like to be able to see hidden files, then you can do that from the level of the command line by using is-a command. In the graphical environment, you can do this by checking the option Show Hidden Files. All hidden files will then be displayed and highlighted in a shaded gray. There are a lot of these files, and in 99 out of 100 cases, there's no need to view or edit them. They might as well stay hidden so that the view stays neat. The command is-l displays all files with some detail. The details concern file size, last modified date, who the owner is, permissions, etc. We can combine these two options. If you type the command is-la, it will display all files, including hidden files, with details. The is command can also list the contents of any directory. If you type is-download/, it will list the contents of the catalog specified as the parameter. In this case, too, you can use both relative and absolute path names, as well as special characters such as tilde, single dot, or double dot. It always works unless the directory cannot be found. If the path name is a file and not a catalog, the is command will display only the file. This is related to the fact that, as we've already mentioned, in Linux, files, directories, and devices are treated as a file. It does not matter whether the command is applied to a device, directory, or file. It always works in the exact same way. For a file, it displays its name only, and for a catalog, the command displays its contents, no matter if you put the slash at the end of the command or not. The tab key is also a very useful hotkey. If you're not sure whether you're typing the correct path name, it's good to use the tab key because it completes the name of the file or directory. For example, if you start typing the command cd/h and then press tab, the command will automatically be completed as cd/home/ because there is only one such file. If, while typing the path name, you press the tab key twice, the system will show you all possible file names for the current catalog. If more than one file matches a given phrase, you should press the tab key twice. The system will interpret this as a request for help and display all the possibilities. Once all possible options are displayed, you can complete the phrase either by typing it in full or by pressing tab. If you try to complete the name of a directory which contains spaces, the system will automatically insert special characters preceding the space, so that the directory can be safely entered into. Let's take this opportunity to point out the differences between systems. In the catalog called Alice, we'll create a new directory named Alice with the uppercase. Then you can create another Alice directory. You can also create a directory called Alice with an uppercase E at the end. And there's no problem with creating a catalog called Alice with uppercase A and uppercase E. After executing the command is, you can see all 4 directories. This shows that you need to pay attention to the letter case. If you want to go to the catalog Alice with an uppercase A, you need to type it in exactly like that. If you begin the phrase with a lowercase letter, the system will direct you only to catalogs whose names start with the lowercase letter. Letter case is very important in Linux systems. If a file name starts with a lowercase letter, you have to keep that in mind. If you want to go to the desktop folder, you can't type its name with a lowercase letter. A catalog called desktop starting with a lowercase letter doesn't exist. You might as well create a directory called star. In Windows, the system wouldn't allow you to create such a catalog. However, creating such directories is not recommended because it's difficult to use them. It would be inconvenient to perform operations on files named, for example, star.star or question mark, because these are special characters. The system wouldn't really know what to do with them. If you're not sure what to do about the outcome, it's advisable to precede a special character with a backslash. It'll make the command unambiguous for the system, and it will direct you to the catalog called star. If you type just is star, the asterisk is treated as a special character, and the command will list all directories and their subdirectories. On the other hand, the command in the form of is star will display the contents of the catalog star. Instead of slashes, you can use quotation marks. In the command is quotation star quotation, the asterisk will be interpreted as the catalog name, and thus the contents of the catalog will be displayed. If you use the tab key to complete the catalog name, the slash will be added automatically, and so the path name may look strange. However, the command is equivalent to the asterisk in quotation marks, or the asterisk preceded by an ordinary slash. In Linux, you could create directories with unintuitive names, but it's not advisable. It can cause problems when it comes to file deletion. For example, let's create a file called asterisk in the directory Alice. Now, if you type the command rm asterisk, the asterisk can be interpreted as a special character. The system will try to remove all files and catalogs in the given directory. This is probably the most important reason why you shouldn't use special characters in file names and directories. It can be done, but it's better not to. If we want to delete any of the directories named asterisk, again in the command, you should precede it with a backslash or write it in inverted commas. This is a directory, so be sure to add the -r flag to the command. When it comes to syntax, in Linux it doesn't matter whether you add an option flag before or after the file name. You can start with the command, then the name of the directory and the flags at the end. This is equivalent to the rm-r asterisk. The system recognizes these options thanks to flags such as dash. However, generally it's best and safest to adopt one predetermined template and stick to it, regardless of the application. Such a template consists of the name of the command, option flags, and then the name of the catalog. This will allow you to avoid certain complications. Sometimes you can change the syntax, but it's not advisable.